I bought a Jeep. Nice Jeep. Hey, I bought a Jeep. Oh, look at that. Nice.
I bought a Jeep.
What? You bought a Jeep?
I bought a Jeep.
Where is it?
It's in the workshop.
Want a lift?
Yes, please.
Bring it on. I bought a Jeep. I bought a Jeep.
Oh, absolutely can on this car, guys. Walls here. Quite common on these rocky outcrops. WD-40? Oh, awesome. Just spray a bit around. There we go. If you can read it really quickly. There it is. I'm just going to wander over here and have a quick look. And well, g'day guys, and welcome. And first of all, happy New Year, happy 2021, and welcome to Perth FourbeeFour Adventures 2021. Now you will see the new look crew behind me. However, there is something missing. One Jeep, two Jeeps, no, three Jeeps, because mine's not here. Mine's still in the workshop with a bit of an electrical gremlin, and we are heading out into remote Goldfields country, so I'm not going to bring a Jeep that has a problem, let alone an electrical problem, out into a remote area. So I'm riding shotgun with Gary on this trip, and we are out exploring the Goldfields. The boys are just knocking some air out of the tyres because we've just hit some dirt, and there it is right there, the glorious sign of a dirt road for four-wheel drive adventurers. So there you go. We are actually doing the Woodlines track. We are looking for the Woodlines track at the moment. We don't know 100% where the entrance is, but in true FourbeeFour adventure style, we will find it. It should be up this road somewhere, and we will head along the Woodlines track and explore that area. We've never been there before, so it should be good. And when we get to camp later on, we will sit down and explain to you just how the hell we got here, because this trip was not supposed to happen. We were not supposed to come to the Goldfields. We were supposed to go somewhere completely different, but we will explain that a little bit later on when we get to camp with a few drinks. So I'll go back there. The good thing is I don't have to let air out of my tyres because I'm not driving, so I'll go back and watch these two knock some air out of their tyres, and then we'll head on up the road. Alright, we are aired down and off, and because I'm passenger, oh,
Good luck with that.
I can have one of these. Cheers. Now I'm just going to keep it in the can on these corrugations. Oh well, off we go.
This is a whole new experience trying to drink at the Jayco.
It is, and I don't even know if you can hear me over the vibrations of the sound and everything else, so there you go. Alright, onwards we shall go.
wants to tame me. You can't catch me on the run, cause I'm gone, yeah. I blaze trails, set fire to what's behind me. No, I'm never looking back, I'm on the run. I could only ever be what I'm made to be. It feels good when I'm living on the edge. Watch me now, roll like thunder, gonna shake the ground. Can't stop me now, I don't give up and I won't back down. I'm a force of nature, can't be contained. I got lightning running all through my veins.
Okay, so here we are at Barrow Rock Campdown. You can see the rock behind me over there. And we're just going to call this place home for tonight. Now, we haven't actually seen any signs that tell us where the Woodline's track is, so we're going to have a look on a real paper map and have a look to see where the track actually starts, because we can't see anything. We were hoping there'd be a sign, but there isn't. But never mind, this is home for tonight. As I said, this is the Barrow Rock campgrounds, and that is the rock right there behind me.
Watch me now.
All right, well that's my camp set up. While this mob is still doing theirs, I'm going for a walk.
Wait till it happens to your camp when you get back.
I don't trust them. All right, first off, it's very hard to open one of these one-handed. So there's a convenient bollard there. So this is just my second one for the day. I have been good. So cheers. Welcome to camp. That's what it looks like. Gary's Jeep is not running hot. His fridge wasn't charging. His fridge wasn't charging when he got here. The corrugations have managed to knock one of the wires out of his charging. So I'm just going to go for a walk up here and have a look at Barrow Rock and see what this lot looked like from up there. Now you might think, why would the idiot go for a walk up that? Why not? I came all this way to sit around and camp and drink. Well, you know, kind of did, but got to have a look at the sights while we're here. So I'm going to go up here and see what the view looks like from up here. Now, just looking at this campsite, it's not the best, it's not the worst. Nice and flat. There are a lot of ants around. There's a lot of fire pits, even though some people have decided to start a fire outside the fire pit. I don't know why they do that. Tables. We've got a table on our campsite, and there are some drop toilets over in the corner. So it's a free camp by the looks of it. Didn't see any station where you have to pay, and I haven't seen anything that says you have to pay. So unless the ranger comes around and says you have to pay, I guess it's free. But I'm pretty sure this is run by the Shire and not by Depot, so therefore we should be okay. All right, got to find myself a track up this rock.
I come alive when I'm in the face of danger. Bring the pressure, but I'm gonna rise above, yeah. Bet the house and I'll take that wager. They say you know a legend when you see one. Watch me now, I roll like thunder, gonna shake the ground. Can't stop me now.
Okay, that's what it looks like at the bottom. Let's go see what it looks like from the top.
I don't give up and I won't back down. I'm a force of nature, can't be contained. I got lightning running all through.
So these walls here are quite common on these rocky outcrops. Back in the early 1900s, they used to use them to collect water. So you can see that comes, I don't know how far it goes, all the way along here. And there's a body of water there that obviously it runs into. Yeah, that's how they used to catch the water and dam it back in the early 1900s. Now, I'm only guessing the date there. I'm no history buff, but that's the way they used to do it. So awesome. Now look at this.
Watch me now. Watch me now. Where there's a will, there's a here to stay. Where there's a will, there's a way. Won't quit, I'm here to stay. Yeah. Watch me now.
What an awesome view. Now, it's a bit windy up here, of course, but it's not too bad. It's nice and refreshing. So this is the view.
Gonna shake the ground. Can't stop me now. I don't give up and I won't back down. I'm a force of nature, can't be contained. I got lightning running all through my veins. Watch me now. Watch me now. Hey!
And our camp, if I can spot it, is it's over there somewhere near the toilets. Can't really see it from here, but what an awesome view. And that could possibly be the Woodlines track that we're looking for, just out there. I hope it is. Okay, now that I've caught my breath back almost, time to head back down. Okay guys, well, as promised, how did we get here? Back in January, was it? We did our trip plan?
Yes, we did.
January. We planned a trip to Bremer Bay, visiting various beaches and Bornholm and other places down there that are really good just at the start of summer. However, the five of us became three because Ben and Dylan had some family commitments and other things going on, so they couldn't make it on the trip. And 2 weeks out from going on said trip, my car decided to, if you'll pardon the language, shit itself. So it went into Perth to get diagnosed, and basically it's got an electrical gremlin that they're still trying to locate.
Oh, it is a Jeep. That's called a Jeepism, isn't it?
Jeepism? Yeah,
Jeepism,
that's one word for it.
We'll claim that word.
So it's drivable, but it wasn't worth taking down to a place like Bremer Bay, Bornholm Beach, and getting stuck on a beach and not being able to get off of it. So we threw a few plans up in the air. That was plan A. It was plan A, wasn't it?
That was plan A from January.
That was plan A. And then plan B. I think you had plan B.
We had plan. Oh, we had the original plan B, I believe, was Paul to ride shotgun with me, and then we'd still head to Bremer Bay.
Yes, that's right.
That was.
Right. But then we quickly realised that all my stuff ain't going to fit in these two vehicles.
The shorty JK.
Because there's actually 4 of us on the trip. Because there's someone behind the camera.
Hello.
that doesn't want to be in front of the camera, which is perfectly fine. So that was plan B. We were still going to head to Bremer Bay. But then we quickly realised that wasn't going to happen. So Mr. Noisy Jeep Man here, as he has been dubbed in our PFA chat room.
I don't know where that comes from. I do. I've got no idea.
He's pretty sure my wife had something to do with that, didn't you, Clarissa? Came up with... Actually, no. Sorry, take a step back. Somebody to my right here, your left, came up with plan C, D,
E,
or
all of the above.
None of them were going to fit. It's just, I think at one stage Gary was going to take his roof off and I was going to sit on the top of it, but that's
strap him to the roll bar.
That was just not feasible. So someone then came up with plan F with, I'll put my trailer on and we'll head to the Goldfields and do the Holland track, which we will eventually do the Holland track. So we had plan F kind of locked in with the chance that plan B or C might happen if my car was ready, but wasn't worth bringing my car out here. If it broke down, we're pretty remote, not a good plan. So my car's still in the workshop. However, 2 days before leaving on plan F, this one's Jeep was in the workshop And this one's Jeep was in the workshop, so realistically we had no cars whatsoever.
Let's back up here. Mine was in the workshop out of choice because I thought, let's just have it checked before a big trip and we'll get a service done and everything will be Mickey Mouse. That was the original thought.
And what was wrong with it?
Well, absolutely nothing until we pressure tested the radiator. The radiator shit itself, so we had to change that. Then when we were changing the plugs, found out that the coil pack was faulty. That shit itself, so we changed that. Then all the leads were knackered, so we had to change that. Then we finally got it all together. I picked it up yesterday afternoon and packed it all up, drove it down here, and then my fridge shit itself, but never mind.
That's twice good. Now we've got to camp on trips and Gary's fridge hasn't been working. But I think this one might have had something to do with the corrugations.
Yeah, 100%, and it also had something to do with the fact that I had my toolbox sitting on top of the leads going to it, ripped all the wires right out, but you know, shit happens.
And this one put his Jeep in to get some work done on it. What'd you have done?
New ball joints in the front because they should have been done like 6 months ago because they were making some they should have fallen apart, and it was just put the rest of the lift in. Just another inch. Every inch counts.
It does, apparently.
Hey, every inch counts. Shoo.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but remember, it's how you use that inch,
that's
not
exactly
the fact that
right.
it is an inch.
So yeah, as usual, anytime you touch a Jeep, you fix one thing, 5 things go wrong. So I picked it up all good from craft and drove it home, and the whole front end sounded like it wanted to come out. So, and being the model it is, nobody in Australia loves these cars. I got told by the local Repco dealer that I drive the wrong car in the wrong country, which was, you know...
Good on you, Repco.
Thanks, Repco. Well done. I needed some sway bar bushes, basically. Wow, that's where it started. $60 worth of bushes, $220 later worth of air freight and emergency call to Queensland. Cheers, Murchison Products. Got me my bushes here Thursday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon. No, Wednesday afternoon. That was okay. Fitted them when I got home Wednesday night. So, problem solved. Sort of. Half problem solved. Now I've had to order some more bits from the US because there's more stuff wrong. So, but the car was good to go. At least I could drive it down a straight line down the road. So, out of the 3, mine's the reliable one. I'll just put it that way.
And the noisiest one.
Because, you know, I'm towing all Paul's crap because I put the trailer on.
Although if you go back to the entry video where I crack my can of bourbon from the inside, you'll think Gary's is the noisiest one.
I'm just educating him on JK Light. All right?
On the way up the highway, Gary asked me, he said, there's a ticking noise coming from the right-hand wheel. Can you hear it? And I'm like, all I can hear is the phone rattling, the gear stick rattling, and there was something else rattling as well. So basically I said, no, I can't hear it.
You need to be attuned to its little idiosyncrasies. Said it before, I'll say it again. Not the greatest car on the road. Off-road, super. On-road, not so much.
So there you go. 2 days out from a trip, no cars. Great plan. But here we are. Brad managed to get his vehicle done.
2.5 cars ready to go.
Gary's got his done. I was crossing fingers that I would get a call sometime just before we left to say my car was ready, but no. So I had to whack all my stuff in the Jeep Craft courtesy car. Jeep Craft is now known as Craft Motorsports, as we know. Whack all my gear in the KJ and run it over to Brad's place last night, and he kindly packed it in the trailer for me. So that's how we ended up here.
And just on the quick thing, people might ask, why did you not bring the KJ? Because it's a Jeep and it's a 4-wheel drive and that. Actually, not so much. This particular KJ, although is a wonderful courtesy car and quite roadworthy, is no longer a 4-wheel drive KJ.
Yeah, I did not know this. I had plans. I thought, I'll bring the KJ. And Tony tells me, we disconnected the 4-wheel drive in that years ago. I'm like, great. That would explain why the lever goes when you pull it up. So here we are. 2 cars at the start of the Woodline's track, we think. We're confident.
Yeah, we're here. There's wood and there's a track.
There's right.
And,
we are
you
here.
know,
and
we can draw a line.
There's wood, there's a track, and there's a shitload of flies. We must be here.
We've got to be somewhere out in the... And we went east. About 600 k's. So right. We are somewhere out in the bush.
That's right. The sun is going down that way, which we would imagine is west. And it will come up that way in the morning, which will be east. So.
And if we're never heard from again, Go
That's
that
right.
way.
If we're,
Start looking for us.
if we're not back in 4 or 5 days,
We do have 2 Jeeps.
There's an elephant in the room here. Can I just ask the question? If we don't make it back, no one's going to see this. If no one sees this, how are they going to come and get us?
Have you ever seen Blair Witch Project?
He's got a
In
very good
10,000
point
years, they will dig this up. They'll watch it and they'll come looking for us. And
In
they'll probably
10,000
find you.
years, I don't give a shit if they find me. I'm long dead.
He's got a very good point. And on that note, I think we'll sign off and have a few more of these, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, no
Cheers,
worries.
guys.
Cheers, boys.
Oh, good morning, and welcome to day 2 of our Woodlines adventure. Obligatory morning cup of tea. Oh. Now, this video was actually filmed the end of November, so it's not crazy hot out here, but there is a fair few flies, as you can see. Oh, Jesus. Just almost at the start of summer, so where are we? About the 27th of November, something like that anyway. So today's plan, we'll pack up camp, we'll have some brekkie, pack up camp, and then we're going to head out to the track. Now we're pretty sure that out of here turn right onto, I think it's Cave Hill Road, and the track's just up on the right. There's a track showing on the HEMA map. We think that's the Woodlines track, but even if it's not, we're going to take it anyway, because that takes us through to Victoria Rock Road, which is where our next adventure will begin. So we'll see what that track's got to offer, but first of all, get away from these flies and go and have some breakfast. So we will see you when we leave camp.
Hey, Gaz, you get the feeling we left something behind?
I'm in the base, mate. Keep pushing.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, please come back. Pretty please.
Stay with sugar on.
Oh, come on guys. Okay, well we missed the turn off straight away. Just left camp, first U-turn for the day, because we just come across this sign. Let's go forward a bit, guys, so I can see the sign. I can see the sign, there's a song in that. There we go. Cave Hill via Woodline, 40 kilometres. We found it, yay. Okay, let's go.
We've gone 200 metres for our first U-turn. This is rich.
And looking at this track, we don't want to do any more U-turns because it's pretty narrow. So, okay, let's see what the day's got in store for us.
Your love sent me to a new dimension. One night I never knew existed. Where lines are blurred out that I can't but start apart. Mine feels lost in a daydream. Only this time it's reality where I don't wake up from this diamond life. 'Cause I know that it's real. A love I never thought I'd feel. My eyes have seen it. These lips have tasted nothing quite like this. Real love, real love, real love. Honey dripping from your lips got me wanting more. 'cause I know that it's real. A love and